For being on the show today. I want to thank the callers, and of course, I want to thank the mayor. She's the best mayor we've had all year. She's really got a good job. And in addition to that, of course, I have to thank my pal Bill Gavea, who, believe it or not, speaks exactly as he does off the air to me. We have a good time, and we agree with a lot of stuff, but every once in a while he'll slap me around and tell me, shut the hell up. Okay. 4 Deep Sports is next. I don't know why they bring these kids in. I keep trying to tell somebody, this is not what I need. These little punks coming in. And I have to watch my wallet because you don't know what's going to happen to them. They're just unbelievable. And you and I are going to do this again. Yes, next Saturday morning. I can't wait because actually, I can't wait to see who I'm going to have next. Oh, yeah, Mike Moran's coming in. Mike Moran, we're going to have a good time, and you can join us then. And don't forget, boys and girls. And in the end, the love that you take from this world is equal to the love you make in the world. Thanks very much for being with me. See you again next Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Be the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. 4 Deep Sports is next. All these kids, I can't believe it. Somebody get the truant officer. Where are they? Somebody get him. I'm going to do, all right. I know.
Good morning, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We have the privilege of having the 4th grade Bridgewater, I was going to say Bridgewater Raynham, almost messed that up, Bridgewater Super Bowl champions, and we're going to have the kids introduce themselves, but please wait for them to introduce themselves before you call in. You can call in at 508-222-1320. So we'll go around the room. Just, give me your names and what positions you play. And it doesn't matter if you play both ways. No one's going to hold it against you. All right, go ahead.
My name is Freddie, and I play linebacker and running back.
Nice. Yep, slide it over.
My name is Jake, and I play running back and defensive end.
Nice.
My name's Nate, and I play middle linebacker and quarterback.
My name's Brody, and I play tight end and defensive end.
All
My
right.
name's Christian, and I'm a lineman and running back.
Nice. And, Coach, if you don't mind introducing, just for people who don't know.
Yep, my name's Dan Cohen, and I'm the head football coach for the 4th grade team.
And, Coach, congratulations. You and your guys did a great job.
Yeah, appreciate it. All the credit obviously goes to these players. They work very hard all off season. When we get to August training camp, they did a great job understanding everything the coaches tried to teach them, and all the focus and the fundamentals we try to implore in them. And you can coach as hard as you want, but if the kids don't execute during the week and during the games, then it doesn't matter. So all the credit goes to these guys. They're a great group of kids. They work hard, have great attitudes, and the results show for itself.
Absolutely. 508-222-1320. Again, the 4th grade Super Bowl champion team here from Bridgewater is in the house. So, you guys want me to just dive into the questions from these other reporters? How do you want to do it? I never asked that question. Usually I just wing it. I just thought I'd ask them. They don't know what I'm doing. All right, so the first question I have, this is from Mark Vasconcelos from the Brockton Enterprise, and he wants to know, how did it feel to win?
I mean, it felt awesome. I was scared at the beginning, but once that kickoff happened, I was fine.
You ready to go? How about you? Everyone has a different answer. I want to hear everybody's
It
answer.
felt amazing. I got to celebrate with my teammates, and it just felt good to win the Super Bowl.
Coming into the game, I was scared, and then once it happened, I was fine, and then celebrating was fun.
Awesome.
It was amazing. I was nervous at the beginning, but once we scored, it was fine.
All right.
I was scared at the beginning, but when we were starting to win, I started to be happy after.
All right, so I'm going to run down their schedule. We're going to see the graphic once we edit this for television. They started off their season on the 9th of September with a win over Duxbury, which is usually pretty tough, with a 20-18 win.
Keep the noise down over here, please.
And then we got to make sure we call the police next time we have those.
Weeder Winder lines.
On the 15th, they blanked Silver Lake 28-0. Again, this graphic will be up as you don't have to worry about looking at. Well, you can look at my face now, but anyway, Marshfield, they blanked them 28-0. Then they played an out-of-league opponent because Barnstable plays out of youth football now. They play out of Mary. They're not part of OCYFL, right?
They are. They're just not a divisional opponent for us.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad you said that. So that was the only tough break they had on the 29th. They lost 18-14. Went back on their winning ways on the 6th of October, 36-14. Played Situate Cohasset with a 30-0 win. And then on the 20th, it was a regular season game. We played a close game against their neighbors, Raynham, 34-30. Blanked Hanover, 30-0. First round of the playoffs, beat Marshfield at home. I was there for that one, 20-8. And then they won the Super Bowl in the score, that was a back and forth game. I have 16-0. That's correct, right?
That's correct, yeah. It was defensive battle there for a while.
Yeah, it was.
But, figured it out. And great win. Boys did an excellent job.
So, Coach, my first question to you is, what advice can you give, youth coaches that dive into something like this? Because this is a full-time job. And I don't think people realize how much time and effort you put in, not just for your own son, but for all these players, you and your coaches.
It starts with getting together with a staff of guys. Obviously, youth football coaches the resumes aren't flying in. So you're trying to talk to people in town, talk to other fathers, I talked to my father who coached me growing up. I got him on board to come on the staff this year. So it's all about getting a group of guys that kind of have a common goal and a common, way of going about things. And then from there, it's really just establishing a culture. Even, at a young age, we always say we want to be the most focused team, we want to be the most fundamentally sound team, and we want to be the most disciplined team. And, I think in today's society, sometimes, competitiveness almost gets villainized to a certain degree, and we want to put a competitive culture together. So every day at practice, these guys are pushing themselves to make themselves better, their teammates better. And, I think when you have a group of coaches that are on board with that, it kind of makes its way to the players. It's infectious. And, these guys obviously accept the coaching and really buy into the culture and the program that we're trying to create.
Now, was there a certain team? Well, first I want to make sure everyone knows this is the Super Bowl championship team. At least more than probably 90% of them are back from last year. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
And they won the third grade Old Colony Youth Football League Super Bowl last year. So when you guys looked at the schedule, was there a certain team you guys personally wanted to play? Someone you looked like, oh, I cannot wait to play that team.
Marshfield.
Love it.
Rainham.
All right.
Rainham.
Probably Rainham or Marshfield.
Okay.
Yep, Rainham.
Rainham? Now, did you guys, you guys are young, you guys got a lot of spunk and stuff like that. I got you, you're good to go.
Yeah, I just want to know why Rainham? Why Marshfield?
Yeah.
Because they play dirty and I like
Oh, really?
dirty.
In what way? A lot of pushing and shoving, fouls, what?
They like to hit helmet to helmet.
Ooh,
And,
well, that's not nice.
their defenses are good, in my opinion.
All right. What about you? No, you said Marshfield too, right?
No.
They're really good, and we didn't really get that much good opponents last year.
Oh, so you thought you'd get more of a challenge with them, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about you guys with Rainham? Why Rainham?
Rainham, because Rainham's like a good challenge to us. They're our rivals, and yeah.
Okay.
They're just a good challenge. We don't have a lot of good teams in the league.
Awesome. Wow. Well, he's saying what he thinks.
Yeah.
What about you, big guy?
I think Rainham because it's a good team to verse. It's like one of ours, like mostly like our age and like easy to play.
Okay. All right.
I think I'll just, Raynham's obviously a big one for our town because Bridgewater and Raynham are a regional school district when they go to high school. So all the boys from Raynham, eventually, we're going to go from being opponents to teammates someday. So I think, kind of getting those early bragging rights because knowing at some point in your career you're going to be sharing a locker room with those guys. You want to be able to say, hey, remember back in fourth grade when we played each other? Marshfield, I wouldn't say Marshfield's a dirty team. I think Marshfield's a very good team. I think that they play really, really hard, fundamentally sound football. And sometimes, when it gets hard, it gets tough. And those are the best games to be a part of. And I always look forward to playing against Marshfield because they're a very well-coached team. They're an extremely, hard-hitting, good, fundamentally sound team. And I think they bring out the best in us. So I look forward to the Marshfield games as well.
I think your parents want to see you walk in as freshmen with those fourth grade Super Bowl sweaters. I don't think they're going to fit anymore. They're going to use them
Not the way they're growing. These guys are growing quick. So
Now, what other sports do you guys play besides football?
I play hockey, baseball.
Nice.
Basketball and baseball.
Nice.
Basketball, baseball, and soccer.
Just basketball.
Just basketball.
Soccer, basketball, and baseball.
Now, do you guys think that helps out? I mean, there's a break between, with the summer and stuff before the coach and his staff put you guys back to work to get ready for your fifth grade season. Do you think that helps you guys out? Do you feel like you lost a beat? Like, I'm an old man. Like, it'd take me a while to catch my breath again. Do you think that helps out playing those other sports besides being, having fun?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes you faster and more ready.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yes, it makes you gain strength.
Awesome.
So I want to know, what was the highlight of the Super Bowl game for each one of you?
Me scoring a touchdown.
A strip.
Probably tackling the quarterback on a one-on-one open field play.
That's
I
awesome.
don't really know.
Nothing comes to mind right now? That's all right.
Me scoring my first touchdown.
Nice. That's really cool. All right, if you want to call in, 508-222-1320. We're getting those nervous callers, Coach. They don't want to call in yet.
It's an intimidating group. I don't blame them. It's tough.
Now, did any of you guys change positions from last year? And who didn't? Or did you guys you changed positions? And what position were you before? What did you go into this year?
I went from safety to middle linebacker.
Nice. But the rest of you guys are where you were before in those positions?
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
We ask a lot of these guys, we week to week, as coaches in the OCYFL, we have access to Huddle, which is a way of exchanging film with each other. So, we probably take it, very serious for a fourth grade age level. But, our coaches are constantly reviewing film, and, we might ask a guy to do something one week, and then the next opponent shows different, different things on film that we may adjust. And it's really week to week. I mean, a lot of these guys, they're being humble because, we asked them to do a lot of different things. Even for the Super Bowl, I remember we had Jake playing a different position and Nate was playing a new position. We're constantly asking them to do more things based on the opponent we play that week. So they're all very capable of playing multiple positions.
All right, we're getting ready to take our first break. And you want to wait till we come back? Okay. When we come back, 508-222-1320 is the call, and we have the fourth grade Super Bowl champions from Bridgewater. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Lucy Cabral, and I'm in studio with Dominic Damiano, and we are with the Bridgewater fourth grade
Correct.
Super Bowl champs. I want to say we have half the team in here. Another 15 minutes, we'll have the other half of the team and coach. Looks like we already have a call. I was going to go into my first question.
All right, so here we
Or
go.
second question.
Your second question. right?
Okay, second question.
You're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Hello.
Hey guys, this is a proud parent of a current Badger, and I'm curious if the boys could say what their favorite part of playing football was and what their least favorite part of playing football is.
That's a great question. All right, so the first part of the question from this call is what is your favorite part of, I want to make sure I get this right. The first part is what is your favorite part of playing football, and what is your least part of playing? Well, sir, thank you for the call.
Thank you. Congratulations, boys. Job well done.
And he said congratulations. Thanks again. All right, so what's your favorite part about playing football? Then we'll go into the second question.
My favorite part of football is probably playing games.
Playing the games to get in shape and all that other stuff. Nice.
You get to be rough and tackle people.
I love it.
My favorite part of football is tackling everybody.
Nice.
My favorite part of football is probably tackling in games.
Nice.
My favorite part of football is tackling.
Okay, so now we'll stay with you. So the second part of his question was, what is the least favorite part of playing football?
Maybe running past all the people with the ball. Well, me with the ball running into them.
Right,
It's hard to get to the touchdown.
right, because they're trying to tackle you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Brody?
Probably running sprints at practice.
Oh, I hated that too. All right, what do you got, buddy?
Probably running sprints at practice.
Okay.
Running sprints at practice.
It's sprints. It's so bad.
Why is it so bad? You just don't like doing them?
We don't like cardio.
Oh.
Wow. They're laying the law down, Coach.
We're taking notes, don't worry.
Right? Wait for that petition.
That's mental note right there.
Oh, that's funny.
And the second part of that,
I
Paul?
already gave it to them.
Oh, you did?
They did. They
Okay.
answered it.
So I want to know, what is the best thing that coaches ever taught you to get to the Super Bowl?
How to run the football.
Oh.
Never give up.
Lowering your shoulder to tackle.
Play hard.
Nice.
To tackle hard.
You know, I'm proud of them, Coach. The answers are a lot longer than I was expected. Yeah. We only had a couple yeses and yeses.
They're very prepared. That's
Right.
good.
508-222-1320. So before I forget, why don't we go over your coaching staff? Because we usually save this for the end of the hour, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. So we might get more Christmas presents next year if we get them out earlier.
That's right. Yeah, so we have a great staff, myself and 7 others. So like I mentioned before, my father, Andy Cohen, came out of youth football coaching retirement to join the staff this year. It was great to have him. Obviously, great personal experience for myself to have him around, coaching with me, and obviously coaching his grandson. Jay Gaff is another guy who's been with me since the very beginning when we started in 2nd grade. Jay's a great coach, great leader. Coaches lots of different sports in town, and just does a great job communicating and talking, with the young men to just be a great leader for them. Jeremy Winters has been around for a while. It's Jake's father. Jeremy also coaches multiple sports. Just a great guy, great leader for the boys to follow. Works really hard. Always prepared every day for practice. Just a fantastic person to have around. Brett Wright, Hunter will be in a few minutes here. Brett's another guy I've coached other sports in town with. Again, just a really good leader, great role model for the kids. Always does the right things, and again, just great positive attitude to have around the boys at all times. Mike Sharing, Freddie's dad. And by the way, Freddie's name is actually Griffin, not Freddie. So just thought we'd clarify that for Mrs. Freddie back at home listening.
I hope the IRS ain't after him.
But, Mike's a great guy, a great asset to our staff, someone that I can call any time of day to talk about things, put different things to play. Great leader for the boys. I think Mike does a great job of communicating with every player on the team and always has a good sense of the pulse of the team and what we need to do to make sure everyone is having a good experience. We had a Jimmy Pinio this year. Coach Pinio joined us for the first time. He's president of Bridgewater Basketball, so I kind of met him through that. His son Brandon is on the team, and Jimmy, was a great addition to the group. Took his role very serious. Did an excellent job communicating with the boys, and just an absolute pleasure, again to have on the coaching staff. And then I forget Coach Bernard. Matt's a great guy. He's kind of like my quality control guy, my Ernie Adams, if you will. Does all. I'm not really technologically sound when it comes to Microsoft Excel or any of those things. So Matt does a lot of the depth charts for me. I mean, he's the guy that I'm talking to all the way up into game day to make sure all our I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So very, very fortunate to have a great coaching staff.
All right, very cool. So we have another caller. Hi, you're next on 40 Sports Talk as we highlight the 4th grade. Hi, I'm sorry.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
All right, I guess my question is, for all of the players that you have sitting there with you today,
Yeah.
is there another teammate that inspired them or helped inspire them to play their best and to win that game?
We have to hire this
And
woman.
why?
Go ahead. So, all right, so her question, I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, I apologize. So she wants to know, Was there another teammate that inspired you that's on the team, and why? Is that correct? Did I say that right?
Yep, that's correct. And then to follow up that question, I guess my final question would be, how did each of them feel when the final whistle blew at that end of the game?
Yeah, we're definitely going to hire her next year.
Great question.
So her first question is, what other teammate inspired you to play and why? And I'll drop that call. And what was the second part? Oh my God, I forgot for a second.
How did you feel at the final whistle?
The final whistle. So we'll start this end. We'll start on this end. So what teammate inspires you and why that's on your team?
Emmett Kupiak, because he inspired me to hit hard.
Nice.
Sensing a theme here, Christian.
Brady, he's just a good leader.
Awesome. All right, old man.
Christian, because he's the one who I always, every time I want to, get him, that's my goal.
Okay.
Brady and JJ just lead the offense.
Jake, because he hits really hard.
Nice. So we'll stay here, and then we'll have the second part of the question. It was the whistle, right?
Yes.
How did she say that? I'm sorry.
How did you feel after the final whistle when you won the Super Bowl?
Yes.
It felt really good. I was really excited, and I can't wait to do it next year.
Nice.
Felt amazing. I was really exciting, and I just got to celebrate with all my teammates.
It was really exciting. It was so exciting I almost tackled one of my teammates.
It was really exciting and fun.
Awesome.
It was really nice.
All right, so we have another question. Well, I got a bunch of questions from different reporters. So the next question, and I hope this doesn't, this is from Nate Rollins from the Whitman-Hanson Express, and he wants to know, how did you calm your nerves before the big game? What did you think? What did you do? Was there anything you particularly you guys did to calm your nerves for before the big game?
All I really did was drink water.
Oh boy.
I believed in our team, and I believed in myself.
Attaboy. I love that.
Yeah, like Jake, I believed in myself and the team.
I just took deep breaths.
I told myself to calm down.
That's awesome. You gotta love them. Oh my God, that's so cool.
So what'd you guys do to hype yourself up?
Yeah, now that you were
Any
calm.
walk-on music? Anything like that? What'd you do? High fives all around and
Nothing, huh? You guys had to do
Nothing?
something. Nothing. Well, maybe you didn't do nothing because you guys were going through the motions. Coaches were getting you guys ready. I mean, maybe you didn't. Maybe they didn't. You didn't play any music, Coach. Did you guys jam any music while you were working out?
It was a little pregame music, but I think all these guys were kind of just in their own zone, trying to get themselves mentally, prepared for the game.
Right.
As a coach, I get to see all of them before the game and how each kid's different. They all motivate themselves differently. So I think one of the things our coaching staff actually does a pretty good job of is kind of understanding each individual player and what they need. Some of them need to be talked to. Some of them need to kind of be left to their own world for a little while to get themselves ready. So as a staff, I think we take a lot of time to discuss how each player needs to be mentally prepared and what the best process for each kid is. So I think that's something we do pretty much regularly every game. And at this point, most of these guys we've had with us for at least 2, some of them 3 years now. So we kind of know, that's a guy we leave him alone, let him collect his thoughts. This is a guy maybe we got to get him hyped up a little bit. So
yeah, that wasn't a job application.
No, but it's all part of the role.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, exactly. 508-222-1320. So just for everyone that's watching now, out of state or whatever, and everybody watching the greater Bridgewater area, we're going to switch. So these young men are in the first half hour. Then we're going to have the other young men come on, and we're going to basically hope they got to be prepared. I mean, we're going to basically ask them the same questions, but again, you want to call in 508-222-1320.
So is there anyone you want to thank before you leave the room? Go ahead.
The coaching staff.
The coaches just getting us ready and helping us.
The coaches.
All right. All right, we have another call. Hopefully it's not too long. Young lady, can I hold on to this call till we get back from the next break? Oh, young man, sorry. I think I guessed right. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll hold.
All right, thank you. All right, so we're going to step away, guys. Congratulations. And, Coach, I'll say this to you again. I know everyone wants to wish you look, they're ready to leave. It's like a midterm exam. All right, we'll be back with more right after this.
Good job, boys.
Excellent.
Hey, welcome back. You are listening to and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station. 1320 AM WARA and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. This is our second half of the show. We have a bunch of 4 young men that are going to introduce themselves in about 2 seconds. If you want to call in, and we do have a caller on the line, and I want to thank that caller for holding on, but I want these boys to introduce themselves, and then we'll go into the call. So why don't we just go this way? We'll go with you first. Just introduce yourself, your name, and what positions you play.
My name is Brady Cohen. I play quarterback, and I also play cornerback, and I play kicker.
Nice. Yep, slide it right over. Attaboy.
My name is Hunter Wright. I play offensive lineman and defensive end.
Okay.
My name is Connor McGuire. I play wide receiver, and I play safety.
There you go.
My name is Troy Stewart. I play running back and kickoff.
Nice. All right, so caller, thank you for holding on. What questions do you have for these guys?
I have a 2-part question,
Yep.
I guess.
Yep.
The first is for the kids, and I guess for the coaches too. If you can thank one person for helping you get to the moment where you made it to the Super Bowl, who would it be?
That's a great question.
And I guess what advice would you give to other kids who want to achieve what they did?
That's a great question. Actually, stole that was my other question I was going to ask. But all right, thank you for the call.
Who would they like to thank, and what advice would they give to others wanting to achieve what they did? Thank
Awesome. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, so who would you guys like to thank for getting where you got to right now? I guess is probably the best way to say it, or close to it. Anybody you want to thank? Go ahead. Yep.
Coaching staff.
All right.
My dad.
Attaboy.
The coaching staff.
Definitely the coaches.
All right. Now, what was the second part of that? I know I missed the second part of that question.
What advice would you guys give
Yes.
to someone else trying to get to where you're at?
Just keep working, never give up.
Always have confidence and play hard.
Always have confidence and believe in yourself.
Keep working over break and just keep working.
Awesome. All right. So, who did you guys saw me read the schedule? How you guys did? You see me do that earlier in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, who did you guys want to play this year? Was there any certain team you wanted to play, and who and why?
Definitely Rainham.
Okay. And why Rainham?
I mean, we want a revenge from 2 years ago.
Okay, there you go.
So just a little context on that, Dom. When you're in the second grade, you're in what they call the Mighty Might year.
Yep.
So at the end of the Mighty Might year, there's what they call the Mighty Might Bowl. And so we had went up against Rainham in the finals of the Mighty Might Bowl 2 years ago. And I think they beat us like 20-18 or something like that. So apparently the boys didn't forget that. So,
wow. Well, how about you, young man?
I'd say Rainham because they're our arch rivals, and we want to be able to beat them before we're teammates one day.
Nice.
I say Rainham because they're our rivals, and Eventually, we'll be teammates.
I say Rainham because we did not have good tackling in the Mighty Might Bowl, so I want to fix that.
Awesome. You got to love this. Oh, my God. Coach, you have a bunch of coaches waiting to jump in right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously as coaches in the league, we obviously all become close to each other, and we have a ton of respect for Raynham. We play what they call the Bridgewater Raynham Classic towards the end of the season, so it's a real big deal between the two towns. A lot of pride on the line. Like we said, you want to be going into high school with the upper hand, I think. But from a coach's standpoint, Coach Korski over in Raynham is a great guy. They do an excellent job with their program over there, first class, everything they do, and they're such a good opponent. Right. We really appreciate that. And all the teams in our league, are great. But that relationship with Raynham, and you kind of, as the season's going on, you kind of, always keep tabs on them throughout the season, and we played towards the end of the year, and I think everyone kind of knew, if we do what we do and they do what they do, there was a kind of a collision course on its way.
Yeah, absolutely. 508-222-1320.
So I want to know, what was the highlight of the Super Bowl game for you?
Probably tackling their best player, Damon Wade.
Yeah, he was a really good player.
Excellent player.
Probably blocking.
Just blocking it and all that, pushing people around. I used to love to do that, too.
Probably tackling Damon Waite.
Nice.
I love just blocking people.
Awesome.
Just pushing them.
All right, we have another caller, first caller in the second half hour. How you got next on 4 Deep Sports Talk?
Hi, I'm just wondering, do they have anyone on their team that really stepped up this year and, gave more effort and changed positions and really tried hard and helped the team?
Okay, you got most of that question. I broke up a little bit.
Yeah, so is there anyone that sticks out, guys, that...
Thank you for the call.
Had a really good season, tried hard, stepped up, maybe changed positions or gave, a little bit extra here and there to help us get over the hump. So,
anybody come to mind? Nope.
I mean, I'll start for you guys.
Thank you, Coach.
I mean, there's a number of guys that did an excellent job this year. So Christian, who was in here before, he's a guy who always does what the coaches ask. So, he sticks out to me because, there's a weight limit in the OCYFL. So Christian, obviously is just a big, solid kid. And, so he missed the first 3 or 4 games of the season, but showed up to every single practice, always was that guy at practice that was kind of like the guy who was the best player on the other team to kind of get our guys ready for the next game. And, just really did an excellent job of just being a great teammate. Probably knew the first couple of weeks it was going to be tough to be under the weight limit, but never complained, always showed up, always worked his butt off. So, to me, that's a guy. But again, there's a number of guys like that I could list off right now, but that one sticks out to me off the top of my head right now.
There you go. So can you guys add to that? Anyone come to mind, like Coach just said? If not, that's fine. I mean, we'll go on to the next question.
I mean, also, Christian, he missed like the first 4 or 5 games of the season, never complained. He just always came to practice, was the best player on the defensive side. He would light up everyone. He just never complained. If he didn't want the position he wanted, he would never complain. He was going both sides, offense and defense.
Nice. How about you guys? Anybody come to mind? No?
I do.
Please.
I got to give it to one of the JV guys, Colin Benner. He switched, one time both of our wide receivers were sick. And so he stepped up and played on the varsity side, so I got to give it to him.
That's awesome. I love that. All right, so I have a question. This is some of the questions I got from 2 reporters. So Mark Vasconcelos wants to know, when did you know this team was going to be special? When did you guys think it was going to be special?
I thought this team was going to be special when we won our first Super Bowl because, I thought when we won that first game, it's going to be a great journey with this team until the very end.
Awesome. How about you guys?
I think it started our first practice in Mighty Mites when we first stepped on that field. put on that gear, and we all just felt like it's great playing with your friends, but it's also great to win. So I think that was our first step.
Awesome.
I think it was when we won the Super Bowl last year. I knew that we were going to win again, so we just kept working.
I think it was last year when I think we beat either Situate or Marshfield in the playoffs last year, and that's when I knew it. That it was special because we were going on to the Super Bowl.
Awesome. So this is from Mark Vasconcelos from the Brockton Enterprise. And it was the same question. Before I get to that, we have another call. And I was blinking. There it is. Hi, you're next on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. No, I had a question for the boys.
Yes, sir.
If they had one thing they want to improve on before the start of next season, what is it and why?
All right. So your question is, what going into next season? Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What do you want to work on next season, going into next season, and why? Any particular thing you want to work on?
I want to work on tucking the ball into my left pocket, so if there's ever a fumble, it'll just pop out of bounds. The play's over immediately. So yeah.
Okay.
I want to be able to work on my defense because I think I can improve from. Right now, I'm on the JV side for defense, so I want to be able to improve next year to get better, so I can start maybe one day.
Awesome.
I want to work on my blocking as a receiver because sometimes there would be some people get by.
Okay.
I want to work on my defense. That's it.
Okay. Well, can't any better answer than that, Coach. All right. So let me go back to the other question. So the other reporter wants to know. And I said we gave this question to the other group of guys. Were you nervous going into the Super Bowl? Oh, I'll rephrase that. How did you get rid of your nerves before the big game? Was there something special you did before the big Super Bowl game to help you take the nerves off?
I mean, I was really nervous before the game, but what happened was my teammates obviously calmed me down, which got me ready for the game.
Awesome.
I was nervous right before the game. Think I had a lot of pressure in my body, but when I feel like after we got like 4 flags in a row off, like we were being offsides. So after that, I calmed myself down and I got the momentum from that.
Awesome.
I was nervous before the game, and I just took deep breaths, and then after the opening kickoff, I was fine.
I wasn't really scared anymore because I saw all the Rainham players like dancing and having fun while we were like warming up and doing all the work.
That's really cool. That's cool. All right, we're getting ready to take our last break. If you want to call in when we get back, 508-222-1320. We have the Super Bowl champions, 4th grade team from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Again, 508-222-1320. If I gave you $1 for every time I forgot to say that number. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
All right, good job, guys.
Perfect timing, young man. Hi, we're back. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station. As the quarterback shows, no, you're going to grab that chair. We moved you down. We're playing musical chairs now. No, where are you going? Come on in, just shut the door. Hi, you're next on 4 Deep Sports Talk as we have mass mayhem here at the station. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question for them.
Okay. What's the question?
What was their favorite play of the season?
Awesome question. Thank you for the call. He wants to know what was your favorite play of the season. You have to go first now. Unless you want to go in the other direction, it's up to you. Go ahead, Brady.
My favorite play of the season was...
Oh, hold on. Go ahead. Now we're ready. I'm sorry.
My favorite play of the season was definitely scoring the game-winning touchdown against Raynham.
Nice.
My favorite play was 21 crossbuck right up the middle for a touchdown, 61-yard touchdown against Situate.
Nice.
Wow. My favorite play was in the Raynham Classic when Brady threw me a good throw and I jumped up and caught it and head topped the kid.
Nice.
My favorite play was against Situate.
God bless you.
And when it was it was like near the end of the game, and I got like a tackle for like a loss of 10 yards.
Nice. So, do you guys do anything, and I'm kind of rephrasing this question from the first half, do you guys have anything you do, or maybe I already said this already, to get ready for the game personally? Do you
Yes.
guys have a certain ritual you guys
Yes.
do? What do?
We do like this thing called the circle drill where everyone circles up. My dad calls 2 guys out, and they just start like doing sumo for some reason.
Oh, kind of like a simulated bull in the ring type deal.
Somewhat like that, yeah. It's kind of when, as a coaching staff, when we feel like the energy level's not where we want it to be, it kind of is a more of an exciting drill. So it kind of gets the guys
They're moving and
moving
stuff,
a little
yeah.
bit, gets a little emotional, gets the juices flowing a little bit. So sometimes those 10 a.m. starts on Sunday morning, you got to pull out all the strings to get the juices going a little bit.
Right. What about you guys? Do you guys have any certain things you do before a game? A ritual you do? No? No? That's all right.
You already said it.
You already said it? That was it? Okay.
So I want to know, what is the best thing Coach taught you this season to get to the Super Bowl and to win it? It's got to be something.
If he doesn't know, we'll go to the next guy.
He taught us to like never give up in like close games, to just keep battling until the final whistle.
Anybody else?
I got one. Don't give up. Hang on to the ball. Try your hardest. That's it.
Don't give up and don't give the other team a lot of momentum, because if you do, they're going to be able to put some points up and it's going to end in a dogfight. So we want to be able to keep our momentum strongly and make sure that we're not giving up all that momentum from us.
Don't give up and don't give the other team momentum, because if they get momentum, they can score and then it could be close.
Awesome. 508-222-1320. Again, we have the Super Bowl champions in from Bridgewater, Mass, the 4th grade team. And go ahead, I'm sorry.
Who's your favorite NFL player?
Ooh! Active or all-time?
All-time, whatever you
It doesn't matter.
Who do you look up to?
Tom Brady.
My idol, Barry Sanders.
I can't think of all time, but if I could do current right now, it would be Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive end for the Detroit Lions.
Nice.
Mine is Barry Sanders.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Thought you were going to pick Justin Jefferson.
Right? I know. You got a lot of throwbacks. That's awesome. All right, so let me see if I can. What's that?
Marshawn Lynch was also good.
Oh, if you have more than one, you can say more than one.
Dan Marino.
There you go. You had to be watching a lot of YouTube. You had a lot of YouTube videos on.
Yeah.
Dan Marino was one of
Dan
the.
Marino was my favorite, so maybe he's trying to earn some brownie points with me right now. So.
No, I don't think so. No. How about you guys? You have a second favorite player you like besides the first one you said?
I like the Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Oh yeah, he was definitely a Hall of Famer.
I like Randy Moss.
Okay, so next question. This is from Nate Rollins, again from the Whitman Hanson Express. And he wants to know, how awesome was it to celebrate with your friends?
Best time ever.
It was amazing going back to back. It's just, you never really get that.
I picked that mic up a little bit.
You never really.
Yep.
It's amazing going back to back. You never really get this a lot of opportunities in your life.
Right.
I love doing that. Like, it was one of the best times of my life, knowing that I was a 2-time champion.
Awesome. Yeah, that should be able to turn up for you. Yeah, there you go.
It was amazing because going back to back's not easy.
Right. Oh, he broke it. No, I'm only kidding. So did we ask these guys as far as advice? I know he said to the first group, as far as what advice you can give to other young players that want to play or try to, succeed as far as what you guys did recently? Did we ask you that question? We did, didn't we?
We did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get a better checkoff list.
Yeah.
list
Tell me
coach.
about it. It can be confusing with all these guys. So.
Right. I usually do a better job, probably because I've seen them a lot this year, and outside part of the team, which was a lot of fun watching them progress. So for you as a coach and staff, what were your worries? You guys coming in, they're one age older, one
Right.
grade older, they're putting on more weight.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, I think for us, I think the third grade year, it's a tough year because a lot of towns in the OCYFL don't have a team for every single grade level.
Yeah.
So we played in what they call the D7 league, which is only third graders. There wasn't a lot of teams in the D7 mite level the year we won that championship. So, I think at the time we had maybe progressed a little faster than some of the other towns. So, we really never had a tough, really hard-fought game. A lot of times we were, up by a lot early. So, we knew coming into this year we were going to see some teams that we hadn't seen before, and it was really, how do we handle, the first time adversity strikes us? When things get tough, you find out who you really are. So anyone can do good when things are good. So I think as a staff, knowing that would probably happen this year and that we'd have to deal with that, so preparing for that. Kind of came early. Duxbury was a great first game. We have a ton of respect for Coach Finn over there, and we played him 4 times the year before, and every time it was a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. We beat him in the Super Bowl, so it was a rematch of the Super Bowl, and then they came out and really, played well against us that first game. So we were able to get out of there with a win, but it was good to see that the boys could take some adversity and continue to fight. And then obviously that Barnstable game that we didn't lose. We ran out of time, in my opinion, but that was tough. I mean, first time you ever had a loss, and you're kind of out that crossing the road. Are we gonna stick together and fix this, or are we gonna let the one loss become 2 losses, become 3 losses? And I think we knew we had a pretty mentally tough team and a pretty good group of kids that were gonna bond together and come out the other side. And then obviously they got back to work, but I think that was the best thing. And then obviously going into that Raynham Classic game. Probably couldn't have had a worse start to that game. Fumbled early, they scored, made it 8-0, but we just kept fighting and so back and forth. So I think the mental toughness of being able to take adversity and come out the other side was what we worried about. But these kids, came out and passed that test with flying colors.
So, if you could give advice to kids, I just want to hear. I want to make sure I heard this right. So, what advice could you give the kids, the third grade kids going into the 4th grade? Because that's the best way to say it.
I would say, if you put in a lot of work, you're going to be able to get better and better the way you move, the more you move on, and you never give up. You keep trying. You're going to be able to get a lot of success.
Awesome.
Never give up and keep working, because if you keep working, you get better and better and better.
I would say to them, don't just skip practice because you're tired or something. Always go to the practice. You got to want to do it.
Awesome.
Just do your job at practice. Don't do anything that's gonna end you up in a worse place. Just do your job.
Perfect. All right, so we'll stay with you. So we asked this to the other guys. I'm starting to think of cobwebs just slowly coming off my brain. What other sports do you guys play?
I play basketball and baseball.
I play basketball and baseball.
Lacrosse.
Nice.
Basketball, soccer.
Now, do you guys believe that does, and I don't know if you heard us say this to the other group of guys, the first group, do you think that helps you out getting ready for this season?
Definitely.
Yes.
It does? All the running around and stuff?
Because lacrosse is also a contact sport.
Yeah. I can't believe he plays lacrosse. He's so such a small guy.
I'll tell you, he's don't judge a book, because Troy's one of the toughest kids we have, and nothing he does surprises me. So.
Right. You know, it's even funny, those guys don't realize they're on TV right now and peeking through the door.
No, they're oblivious. That's okay.
Is there anyone you want to thank for getting you where you are today?
My team. My entire team.
Your mom, your dad, you don't think anybody else? Favorite dog, bird, anybody?
My coaching staff, my team.
Okay.
I can thank anyone.
Okay, that's true.
Our team, every single one of the coaches, my dad and mom for bringing me to practice. Yeah.
The whole team and the coaching staff, and my parents to get me to the games and practices.
Exactly.
Probably the same as everyone else. The team, the coaching staff, my parents. They believe in you every step of the way.
I'll just add one too, Dom. I mean,
please.
What people obviously don't see all the time is the support system that we as coaches have at home. We're gonna have our coaches end of the year dinner tonight with our wives, and the sacrifice that the Badger coaches' wives make to allow us to go and coach these boys, shouldn't go unnoticed. I mean, it's a lot of hours away from home, and even more just preparing, during the day as well. So football season, my wife, we have 3 other children that she, basically is in charge of when me and Brady are at football practice. So
you're not leaving anytime soon.
No. So just that's probably goes unseen sometimes. The sacrifice that the families at home make so that the fathers can coach. I just obviously am very appreciative that we have such a good support staff at home for all of our coaches so that we're able to do this.
Well, I know I can speak for Luce and I from 4 Sports Talk and everybody from the station here at 1320 AM when they say congratulations, guys. Thank you for coming on. I'm glad we were able to see you again, Coach, and
absolutely
brag about this great season. For that being said, we hope you enjoyed this hour of 4 Sports Talk. We had the distinct privilege of highlighting the 2024, the 4th grade Bridgewater Super Bowl team. Will be back next weekend. Everyone have a great weekend.
Thank you.